very special guest, Ring of Honor star, Leslie Butterscotch. She's a member of Flavors of the Week with. Are you okay?
Cameras.
Yeah, it's an interview show. He's a member of Flavors of the Week with Orange Cassidy, who is not here today, right?
No, he's
not.
He's off.
He was supposed to.
He gave you a picture.
He did give me a picture and stood up my show. Orange Cassidy stood up my show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna Leslie. We're gonna move on to the format. I know you've seen it. I know you've submitted questions actually for past interviews. Yeah. But today we're going to your fans.
Actually.
Sometimes I get multiples. We're gonna go to your fan questions.
Fans.
These are.
I love my fans.
These are actually from the Drake Younger interview, and there's some from Mantis. Let's just chat here. Well, I mean, I guess we can promote.
What?
I think you have something on your face.
What? My face?
I think your nose is. Oh God! I think your nose is bleeding.
Oh no! This is fine.
Oh God!
This is fine. No, it's nothing. No, it's just. I need a napkin. I need a napkin. This is worse than I thought. Oh no.
I think I have something under here. I
need a napkin. It's okay. No, keep asking questions. It's okay.
No, you should probably go.
No, I'm fine.
I think you should. Hold on.
I need an ice pack.
I'm getting something from the back. Hello? Oh, thank goodness. Actually, we have, we're going to go now live to our special correspondent on location right now with the Honkytonk Man, Leslie, I'm sorry. We're going on location right now with the Honkytonk Man. We're going to cut away from Leslie Butterscotch to that right now.
Honkytonk Man, thank you for joining us on WrestlingInterviews.com. You always gave the people what they wanted. You are known for giving the people what they wanted. I never saw you get in the ring where you didn't give the people exactly what they wanted. Let's start with a one-word question. Suspenders.
Don't know where that came from, how that came about. That's what happens when you let someone else design a costume for you. When I saw that costume, I went, what? And it was the most horrible thing I think I've ever been in, other than when Jerry Lawler dressed me up as Gene Simmons knockoff and called me the Kisser.
Fantastic.
We do have something in common, right?
Oh, that's not bad. Say now, speaking of that, now you were, of course, going to be buddies with Hulk Hogan. You always mentioned you were friends with Hulk Hogan, but that all went sour. What happened with Hulk there? Why did
it wasn't anything with Hulk. It was the fact that the fans just didn't take to me being the good guy. And after about 6 months of trying to get this character over as the good guy, it came to, it was common knowledge to everyone involved that this guy needs to be switched to be a bad guy. And that's what happened.
Well, you did it brilliantly. March 29th, Pontiac Silverdome. That was a great, one of my favorite WrestleManias, WrestleMania 3. Yeah, you got to come out in the ringmobile, which is always a plus. But
I had to not ride the ringmobile back. Jimmy Hart and I were one of the few people. Piper walked out. Everyone else rode out and rode back. We had to walk back or run back. And if you notice when you go back and watch this, people were throwing stuff at us, like bombarding us. We were dodging. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, it was quite. Yeah. They didn't like me beating Jake Roberts, I guess.
I loved it. But two of my favorite personalities at the time, Alice Cooper and yourself, being in the ring at the same time, that was amazing to me. But one thing that did disappoint was that was supposed to be the debut of the #1 hit song in America, That's All Right, Honky Tonk Mama.
Yeah. I don't think that happened.
No, it didn't. And, I'm still waiting for that because it is.
I don't think we ever did that. So that song never came out. Yeah, that was something Jimmy Hart had he had in his mind, you know, that's all right, honky tonk mama, you ain't nothing but a honky dog baby. In fact, that was the WCW theme song.
Oh, I see.
You're just a honky dog baby, and you ain't gonna walk on me. I wasn't in WCW long enough to learn the words to the song, so that's why I don't do it.
Now, who was the first person that you ever gave the good old El Caban?
You know, I think it was a fellow named Dan Crawford who was in Calgary, Canada, working. I was there with Stampede Wrestling with the Stu Hart and the Hart family thing. I think that, if I'm thinking correctly, I'm not sure if I used the guitar before I went to Calgary from Southeastern Wrestling, which was in Pensacola, Florida, and Mobile, and down on the Gulf Coast. That part of my career is kind of all a haze.
Sure, well, you have a long and illustrious career.
Well, there was lots of girls, lots of booze, lots of pills.
That's a good question.
Lots of steroids.
How did you not end up like someone like Jake Roberts or something like that? I mean, I think I know
Who
why.
says I'm not? Well, I tell you what, I faked them off for a long time. No, I never got into to really hard narcotics. I did my share of steroids. I did my share of pain pills, sleeping pills, and girls, and my share of all kind of booze. And look, I'm just about. I guess they could call. You know, you've heard of bisexuals and heterosexuals, and I guess not on a sexual thing. I was like a trisexual. I would try anything, and I tried all kind of booze and pills, and I did my share. The thing was, the secret to this whole thing is, kids out there, if you're going to do stuff, do it in moderation. Do not go overboard. Everyone that's something bad's happened, they've gone way overboard. They've continued after they left the spotlight to take hillbilly heroin, Oxycontin, drink a lot of liquor, and they end up dead.
Sure. Well, we have a very classic question here from Dr. Keith. I don't know if you've heard of this gentleman. He wants to know, you're the worst smelling wrestler of all time.
Well, you know, when it goes to guys in the Fed that I was with, there was none. I mean, cleanliness, all the guys I came into the WWE with at the time, we had been around 10, 15 years. We were all seasoned veterans, and we were all trained the same way. And one of the key elements to our training was cleanliness is next to godliness. There's no reason in this world we live in when our most abundant, not the most valuable, but it can be now with the price of a bottle of water being $2 for a little bottle of water. Our most abundant natural resource is water. There's no reason for anyone to be dirty. There's no reason for anyone's clothes to be smelly, because we can rinse our clothes when we go back to the hotel room at night, and we can rinse them out in the shower and hang them, and they're dry for the next day. The smelly guys came around from being usually the what we call job guys, TV job guys. They were the ones who did this on a part-time basis. They were the ones who would show up and do the TV jobs for us and make us look good. And some of those guys who would travel 300 miles in a car, they didn't smell very well.
Pedro Morales always looked like he smelled like a parfum or something.
Pedro Morales was always groomed, and everyone was. I mean, all of the guys that I was with, top to bottom, no matter who it was, I mean, I'm out here on this independent thing now. It's not called independent wrestling. It's called the No Shower League, because there's no showers in the buildings.
Yeah.
I know now why junior high school kids don't want to take physical education, because I go in high school gyms and junior high gyms. There's never any hot water, or the water's not even turned on for the kids to take showers after having a 45-minute physical education class. Now they got to go back to the classroom. Who wants to go back in the classroom and be all smelly all day? That's just my pet peeve towards you education people.
And
you want to fix education. Fix the showers in the locker room.
There you go. I'm gonna just list off a couple people here. You can riff on them if you like, and believe me, they're not setup in any way?
I don't do a lot of that anymore. I've passed that part of my life, but I'll give you honest answers.
It's only for good things. Billy Jack Hayes.
Gosh, some stuff I've seen on Billy. He's really gone over the deep edge, but he always was how can I say it? Like a little ticking time bomb. Billy could go off at any time.
Intense.
He was intense. Yes, he was. I like Billy. Billy and I got along very well.
Leaping Lanny Poffo.
Very nice fellow. 100% gentleman. Student of the wrestling business. Very intelligent person. The poet laureate of the WWF at the time. He wrote all his poems himself. Very good at what he did.
How about Gene Oakland?
Nice guy. I like Gene. There's no one who could sell an event like Gene Oakland. He had the voice. He knew the key words to say. He was easy to play what we call pitch and catch. He was the pitch, we were the catch, or we would pitch and he would catch, and he was very good at it. Him and Bobby Heenan were the best at it.
Oh yeah. And Tony Gurria.
Tony Gurria, I call him Mr. Personality. Tony, how can you go all day and never smile? Tony, how come you just, I don't know. But I like Tony. Tony's a nice guy. If he likes you, he's a good guy. If he doesn't like you, he kind of just does not talk to you. We had some good matches together. I enjoyed working with Tony. I saw him at WrestleMania 25.
Yeah, that was another thing. I didn't know too much about this, but evidently at WrestleMania 6, you and Greg Valentine did a little bit of singing.
Yes, we did. We were rhythm and blues, and we had what was this? I don't even know the song we did. I don't remember. Maybe it was Honkytonk Man. I don't know. Had the girls. He's Honkytonk Man. It's Jimmy Hart bubblegum music. You got 3 verses of the song and a long 2-minute riff. A song should go about 3 minutes. That song goes 1 minute and 10 seconds.
And now you've been very vocal about road stories, and we really miss audio blog and honkytonkman.com.
Honkytonkman.com is dead now. It is no longer alive. As far as I know, I did not own that website. I did not own the domain name. Some kids wanted to make it for me. I let them do it, and then they ended up, it did very well, and we got on the cutting edge of setting the standards for the way other websites should be done, whether it be good or bad. We were the DX generation on the website, and our Attitude era long before there was an Attitude that came along later with WWE. I have a new website now. It's honkytonkman.net. It's a great site, and it seems to be doing good. And we're not into telling stories behind the scenes anymore or bashing people. It's just one of those parts of my life I've passed over.
Well, you've been there, you visited, and you did it better than anybody else did it, I think.
What made me want to do the things behind the scenes was all these wrestling books were coming out, all these wrestling stories were being told, but none of the stuff these fellas, my comrades, were telling the truth. They were putting a spin cycle on all this stuff as if something in their life never even existed. And I tell the story. I picked up, Arn Anderson wrote a book very early in his career. And I picked it up one day at the bookstore, and I looked at the first page, second page. He talks about coming to Pensacola, Florida, in his first wrestling match in the ring with Bob Armstrong. But he doesn't mention that he had a toupee on, and Bob Armstrong went to pick him up and pulled his toupee off his head. And Bob looked at it like, what am I supposed to do with this? Threw it out to the audience. Now, if I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to talk about my first experience in pro wrestling and my first match, I would probably mention that I had a toupee on, and I found out very early, don't wear a toupee in the ring unless you super glue it on.
Thanks for joining us, Honky-Tonk Man. Greatest of all time, still.
The greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honkytonk Man. And this has been another installment on WrestlingInterviews.com. Before we go, though, I do want to let you know about an exciting new feature we have on the site. We have opened up a place where you can pick up a whole lot of shoot interviews, everything, high spots, RF video, kayfabe commentaries, pretty much anything you're looking for. So check it out, and we'll catch you next time.